There's a number on the side of your tire that millions of people use to decide which tires to buy. Tire shops point at it, review websites rank by it. People pay more money specifically to get a higher version of it. And here's the thing almost nobody in the tire industry will say out loud. That number means almost nothing. Not because it's wrong, because of how it gets there in the first place. And once I show you how the system actually works, you're going to understand why two tires with the exact same number can give you completely different results in real life. But more importantly, I'm going to tell you what number you should actually be looking at instead. And it's right there, usually on the same page as the tire listing, and most people scroll straight past it. First, let me show you what I'm talking about. On your tire's sidewall, there's a sequence that looks something like this. Treadwear 500, traction A, temperature A. That's called the UTQG rating, Uniform Tire Quality Grade. Sounds official. Sounds like something the government tested and verified and stamped on there to protect you. And that's exactly what most people assume. Here's what actually happened. The government, specifically NHTSA, created the UTQG system back in 1978. They designed the test, a 400-mile loop near San Angelo, Texas. Tires run for 7,200 miles in a convoy. Wear is measured, a rating is assigned. The idea was to give consumers a standardized way to compare tires across brands. Clean, simple, fair. Except there's one part of this system that completely breaks the whole thing. NHTSA designed the test, but they don't run it. The tire manufacturer runs it. The tire manufacturer measures the wear, and then the tire manufacturer assigns their own rating based on what they observed. The government's job in all of this is essentially to occasionally check that manufacturers have paperwork to back up what they wrote. That's it. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting, and this is the part that Consumer Reports has called out directly. Manufacturers are legally allowed to underreport their treadwear grade. They cannot inflate it above what the test showed, but they can absolutely rate a tire lower than it actually tested. And this happens constantly, especially with performance tires. A manufacturer might have a tire that genuinely tested at 480, but if they want to position it as a sporty, grippy, premium field tire in their lineup, they'll rate it at 400. Why? Because in the consumer's mind, lower treadwear equals better grip. It's become a marketing signal. The number on the sidewall is being shaped by the marketing department as much as by the test result. And then there's the cross-brand problem, and this is what really makes the number unreliable for most buying decisions. The treadwear grade is only meaningful when comparing tires within the same brand. A 500 from Michelin and a 500 from a budget brand are not the same thing. They tested against their own internal reference tires, in their own convoys, interpreted by their own engineers. There's no universal baseline connecting those two 500s. A guy on one of the biggest automotive forums put it perfectly. He said, "The uniform part of uniform tire quality grade is basically a joke played on the consumer." And he's not wrong. You cannot walk into a tire shop, look at two different brand tires, both rated 500, and assume they'll last the same amount of miles. The rating does not work that way across brands. So now, here's what I told you at the start I'd get back to, the number you should actually be looking at instead. It's the treadwear warranty, the mileage warranty the manufacturer puts in writing and attaches to the tire purchase. And the reason this number is more meaningful than the UTQG treadwear grade is simple. The manufacturer has to pay out if it doesn't hit. A warranty of 60,000 miles means if your tire wears out at 45,000 under normal conditions, you file a claim and they prorate you money back toward new tires. That creates a real incentive for manufacturers to be honest. The UTQG number has no financial consequence attached to it. The warranty does. Now, here's the catch. And yes, there is a catch. Not every tire has a mileage warranty. Performance tires, ultra-high performance tires, most summer tires, they don't offer mileage warranties because those tires use softer rubber compounds for better grip, and softer rubber wears faster. And no manufacturer wants to be on the hook for a 40,000-mile warranty on a tire designed to grip a track. So if a tire has no warranty, you're back to comparing within the same brand using UTQG and factoring in owner reviews from people who've actually worn that tire out. Real-world mileage reports from forums and review sites are genuinely more reliable than the number on the sidewall for cross-brand comparisons. There's one more thing I want to show you about this system that almost nobody talks about, and it involves the traction grade, that letter next to the Treadwear number. Most people assume AA traction means the tire grips well in all conditions. It doesn't. The traction test is a straight line, locked wheel skid at 40 miles per hour on a wet surface. That's it. It doesn't measure cornering grip. It doesn't measure dry road braking. It doesn't measure hydroplaning resistance. It doesn't test anything above 40 miles per hour. So a tire can carry a AA traction grade and still be mediocre in a high-speed wet corner or in standing water. The AA just tells you it locked up and skidded well in one very specific scenario on a test track. It's a useful data point, but it is nowhere near the complete picture most people think it is. So, here's how to actually use this information the next time you're buying tires. First, stop using the UTQG Treadwear number to compare across different brands. It's designed for within-brand comparison only, and the cross-brand version of this is genuinely misleading. Second, look for the mileage warranty first. If two tires are close in price and one offers a 65,000-mile warranty and one offers 45,000, that gap means something real because money is attached to it. Third, for tires without a warranty, performance tires, summer tires, go to actual owner reviews and look for real-world mileage reports from people who drive similarly to you. That information is more valuable than anything on the sidewall. The Treadwear number isn't completely useless. If you're comparing two Michelin tires against each other, and one is rated 500 and one is rated 400, that within-brand comparison tells you something. But the moment you pick that number up and try to use it to compare Michelin to Hankook to some budget brand you've never heard of, you're making a decision based on a system that was never designed to support that comparison and has been quietly gamed by marketing departments for decades. The number is on every tire. The explanation of how it actually works is on almost none of them.